Y'all, welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It with JMACK blog, episode 8. I want to thank you all for tuning in to the Gordito and Chinito podcast, as well as the JMACK Experience podcast, and also the Gordito and Chinito Adventures blog. Today we're going to talk on a few topics as we usually do. Thank you all for rocking with me. Please like and subscribe. And be sure to comment if you have any concerns or if you wanted some advice as well for your current situations or relationships. We would like to hear your story, and maybe we could, get you back some good feedback and advice. Once again, we appreciate you all. Today's first topic of the day: what do I say to the other woman involved in my husband's infidelity? First of all, you shouldn't say a fucking thing. Like, before we get into that, that's fucking crazy. Like, if someone's doing you dirty, right? Like, you really gonna hit up the other person and be like, are you doing this, doing that, and the third? Like, first of all, you sound fucking mad dumb. You know what I mean? And you just look stupid at the end of the day. I feel like if whatever shit's going on, I wouldn't even ask the other person. Like, if you already know what is there to say? You're gonna look like a fucking cornball. But either way, somebody said, as a man, I don't know what you could do or say to hurt me. My own father cheated on my mother for years. He would go on with various women, but he always had one squeeze in particular. I call her Miss Campbell. Shout outs to Miss Campbell. I don't know why my mother ever put up with it as long as she did, but she did. My father died in Miss Campbell's shower. Jeez. That shit must have been that wet. That's crazy. And my mother was so upset at the world, and my mother blamed Miss Campbell for my father's death. And then my mother shifted the blade onto me. My mother was very bitter. My advice would be to say nothing to the other woman. You see what I'm saying? After all, she isn't the one cheating on you. Your husband is. So either leave with it or dump him. Yeah, you either live with it or you dump him, straight up. Don't go about blaming the wrong person. I had to cut my mom out of my life because she was so bitter and angry. Don't allow your husband's infidelity to destroy you as a person. That is really true. Like, yo, if someone's doing you dirt and all that, like, yo, you either gonna allow it or you're gonna shut the fuck up and allow it, shut the fuck up, or you're gonna like dead them and move on and whatever, move on with your life. I mean, there's two options. I mean, you going to the other person, asking them this, asking them that. That shit's not gonna help anything, and you're just gonna look dumb at the end of the day. Somebody else said nothing because it takes two to tango. She already knows what she's doing, and she doesn't care. She has her own agenda, and karma will get back to her. Be happy in your own life because everyone knows that the crazy one is the narcissist and not you. Don't lower yourself to them. Straight up, keep your head high. Whatever, it didn't work out, and fucking keep it pushing. Somebody else said, so sorry that you had to go through this. I was dating a lovely man for about 3 years, and he was married to another woman. Damn, that's crazy. So I decided to put an end to our relationship. I had no knowledge of the other girl. He has tried over many years to contact me as he claims he never got closure with me. I feel the moment he chose someone else, that was closure for me. I finally decided to ignore him since he is still married and has children. So sometimes the other person doesn't always realize they are just a placeholder and that they are involved with someone else. I'm not bitter and I don't wish him or his family any bad will. Yeah, I mean, whatever. She found out, she moved on. I mean, that's just what it is. And then somebody said, the bastard is real lucky because if it was me, I would have ruined everybody's lives. Some other angry women would have gone berserk on them, but I probably would have did the same. I mean, some people just get crazy. Honestly, I mean, me, I could never be like, yo, you with my girl, yo, you fucking my girl. Like, you sound mad fucking dumb. Like, not for nothing. If someone's doing that, you just look like a fucking cornball. Because why would you ask somebody else if they're with your girl or if they're with your man? Like, bro, if you have to ask that, I mean, you either going to put up with it or you're gonna move on. Now, moving on to the next topic, which was a little bit different from what we usually speak about. It says, what should I do if my neighbor has a camera in his roof that is pointing into my daughter's bedroom? I asked him to move it, but he refuses. Should I call the cops? Um, Duh. And honestly, I don't even think I would. Yo, honestly, I wouldn't even bother with the cops. I would have been kicked his ass a long time ago. Cause I would be like, my man, you are violating right now. And at the end of the day, I don't know if the daughter's a minor or whatnot, but especially if she's a minor, that's some fucking sicko shit. Why you got a camera looking in somebody's fucking daughter's room? Like that's fucking some pedophile sicko type shit. Like there is no question. I don't even know. He's got to be dumb or fucking just I don't know. I don't know how old this dude is, but yo, obviously that's unacceptable. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have nobody having cameras pointed into your daughter's room. That's fucking crazy. Like, but someone said, first put some black curtains or blinds on your daughter's window. That will keep him from seeing inside on the first place. Next, get yourself an infrared light like this one. And it's like a purple and black light. These lights are designed to extend the nighttime field of vision on a security or hunting camera because of how the security relies on the infrared light to see. As long as an infrared light is pointing at it, it will look like the camera is staring into the sun and he won't be able to see a damn thing out of that camera. If he tries to throw a fit about it, it would be a good idea to record it and specifically ask him while recording why he has a camera pointing at your daughter's room in the first place. That's actually a great tactic because it saves you. Now you're going to beat this fucking dude up. Now he calls the cops on you. Now you don't want to go to fucking jail. So that's actually a pretty good tactic. I like that. So this is called, what is it again? It's called an infrared light. And if anybody's having the same problem, you can purchase one on Amazon. Somebody else said, I'm not sure how that works, but every security camera is automatically pointed to the houses across the street, but not into someone's bedroom. Yeah, that's fucking mad. Like, I don't know. That to me, that's straight up pedophile sicko shit. Like, why you got a camera pointed into someone's room? Like, and then somebody also said, fundamentally, there is no crime without a victim. If that neighbor is just looking, certainly no harm is done. And if he is truly a voyeur and is actually recording with the camera for personal consumption, but not distributing the photos or video, then also one can argue that there is no harm being done. It is difficult to bring up charges. The judge will ask, what are the damages? A pedophile charge is a serious one that could substantially ruin a person's life and should not be made lightly. One must ask what tangible harm was committed. I mean, obviously, that's fucking, that's some sicko shit. I don't care what says. People always want to defend these fucking weirdos. Like, bro, you shouldn't have a camera pointed into my daughter's bedroom. That's number one. And that's just what it is. Like, no. Would they like it if I put a fucking camera in their bedroom? Like, let's see if the tables reverse, how they're going to feel. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't know. Somebody put, if it were my daughter's room, I'd be shooting out the window to that camera with a BB gun and break the camera straight up. Straight up. Something's got to give. Now, moving on. Have you ever dealt with this situation or something similar? We would like to know. And how did you go about it? How did you deal with it? And how did you overcome this problem? Because that's some fucking, I don't know, some scary type shit. Like, that's like, I don't know. That's some weirdo shit, number one. And someone like peeping into your home is very, very like outlandish, if you ask me. Now, for our last topic, we're getting into this last topic. And this was pretty interesting as well. Do lots of wives cheat while at work? And somebody said, work is the top place for women to cheat. So yes, much more than what the average person will be comfortable knowing. Most people have this idea in their head that somewhere between 10 to 20% of people cheat. The reality can be very depending on the work environment. Where my wife works, out of all nurses she knows well, 100% of them have cheated. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, y'all nurses is some thotties, bro. That's a lot of nurses. No shit, 100%. It would be impossible, though, to conclude that everyone cheats, but I would say a truthful statement would be it's more common than not. In other words, more than 50%. Then y'all wonder why dudes be fucking doing the shit they do, or they be thinking the things they think. That's crazy. So nurses are straight thoughts? I didn't even fucking know that. That's new news to me. If you feel different or otherwise, or if you're a nurse, please, we want to hear your side of the story, or hopefully you can defend yourself, because 100% is a high number. And somebody put, work, gym, and church are the top 3 places, but especially church. Yo, I don't know, man. I'm laughing because a lot of people say, yeah, church, but I ain't gonna front. I feel like church could honestly be a cover up for a lot of bullshit that goes on. I don't know. Recently, I've had a lot of different thoughts on church due to the circumstances that I had dealt with in my experiences. I feel like people that go to church, and, forgive me, God, if I'm wrong, but they use that church shit to justify a lot of the things they do. And sometimes they do a lot of fucked up shit that them pulling that church card, people just allow it or let it go unnoticed. I mean, if you're a fucked up person, you're a fucked up person, but don't hide behind the church. I know that a lot of people go to church and then they're just not that person that you really think they are. If you feel the same, or you know of something similar than what I'm talking to, we would like to know how you feel about it and comment below. But honestly, I don't know. As I said before, I feel like you should just be a good person. That's what counts the most. And if you want to go to church, that's fine. But I just noticed that a lot of people do fucked up shit sometimes, and then they're like, oh, but I'm in church. Like, that shit to me is worse than someone just being a sinner or a motherfucker in life. But you quote me if I'm wrong and feel otherwise. Now, somebody else said, I found out my ex-wife was cheating at work, and she was having a great old time during the actual work hours. I never knew anything till about a few months after her doing so. There you go. Then somebody said, and this is the last one, which I think we're going to close out with this one, because this actually makes sense as to why for years women were not allowed to work. Who knows, it maybe it's the temptation, but it says that's why men don't allow their wives to work after marriage in many countries. But I sure know that the progressive Western men won't like to control their wife. That's crazy. That actually makes a lot of sense, because think about it. You ever heard of someone having like a work husband or work wife? Like, that shit's real. They be like shorties. They be like, they go to work and they be flirting with the dude that's there. And then they got a whole family at home. I mean, me firsthand, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it firsthand. I've worked a few jobs, and you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. A lot of women, they're like, that's not me. I don't do shit like that. I mean, obviously, men, when they do shit, they always get caught pretty much. And I always say this, but women are just better at hiding the shit they do, the fucked up shit that they do, to be honest. And then when they do get caught, they want to blame it on a reason, or they just never completely apologize for things they do. I noticed that's another thing. They just always got a reason as to why. And it's, I did this because, like, bitch, just fucking own up to it. You fucked up. You did your dirt, and that's it. Move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But either way, we're signing now. Another episode of Let's Talk About It with JMACK, episode 8. We appreciate all of you for tuning in. And make sure you continue to watch the Gordito and Chinito podcast, the JMACK Experience podcast, and the Gordito and Chinito Adventures blog. We out here. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe.